Hiya, I wanted to give you a quick update on where we are with AI Slop and AI Slopdate, if you will. I know I've talked and written about AI Slop quite a few times, especially in my newsletter, spencerkelly.substack.com. Did a big thing on Shrimp Jesus last year, well worth a read. But here is where we are right now. So as a reminder, AI Slop is AI generated content that's created en masse. There's no attention paid to quality. It's all automated, and it really is starting to flood the net. It's really starting to annoy me. Now, I watch a lot of YouTube, a lot of science videos, massive surprise. And more of them, I've noticed, are featuring these very rich sounding American voiceovers. They sound great. And then at some point, these voiceovers just get something wrong. They might pronounce a word wrong. They might say lead instead of lead, or read instead of red, or the intonation might just be a bit off. At that point I realize, I'm watching an AI voiceover video. Now at that point I will stop watching. I find it a turn off. Fair enough, the video might actually still be well constructed. It might be well written by someone who knows their stuff, but who doesn't want to voice over it themselves. For me, that's a turn off. I don't know whether AI voiceover should be a turn off. I don't know. I figure it's probably because it's impinging on my craft. Darling, it's now doing voiceovers, it's making videos. In fact, I would imagine some AI company has probably sucked in my voice as part of its training data. And you really can easily generate these voiceovers now. 11 labs are all over my YouTube feed advertising their AI voiceover service. It really is very good, I have to say. Even worse are the short videos, which are turning up on everyone's short feeds on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram these days. Now, these are ripped off from other short videos, and then they have this terrible script read by quite a poor AI voice and captioned in bright colours. The script is rubbish, the grammar is poor, the script is often only roughly about the subject of the video. And this is the stuff that's being served up on TikTok and YouTube Shorts, for example, now. My question is, how can the platforms even police this? How can they get rid of this stuff? YouTube has just changed its terms and conditions, so this kind of content will be demonetized, but I still ask, how are you going to spot this stuff in the first place? And how are you going to decide what is good AI generated stuff and what is AI slop? I can't see how they're going to do it. Another type of AI slop, quite famously, is AI generated music. Now, you know that I love AI generated music. I perform it live on stage at my keynote presentations. But now it is starting to turn up on Spotify's suggested music playlists. You might have seen reports a few weeks ago about a band called the Velvet Sundown, who turned up complete with photos of the band, and they are some good looking chaps. They've got a backstory, and so far they've released 3 albums this year. They're completely AI generated. And you know what? Having listened to it, it's absolutely fine as background music. It's completely inoffensive. And the argument I've seen being made by other critics is that if Spotify's aim is to keep you listening to Spotify's platform, and many people just have Spotify on in the background, you know, dinner parties, darling, or whatever, then this is an easy and cheap way of creating more content that is perfectly fine. So I'm still very torn about AI generated content. I mean, I really enjoy creating the music and the images, but that's for me. It's not to monetize it or anything like that. It's because I enjoy creating it when I can't play an instrument or do anything with a paintbrush. So it can create subjectively good stuff from my point of view, but it really is making places like YouTube and Spotify harder to be on, because you have to wade through more and more bland or even bad stuff. So that's my AI slop date. Your thoughts, very welcome in the comments.